number one is water. Drink enough water so you're pissing clear, so you're pissing like a racehorse. If you want to ride like a racehorse, that's what they say. Drink till you're pissing clear. It's yellow or straw, you need to drink more. So this bottle's about 750 mils. You want to have at least one of these per hour if it's hot, or one of these per 2 hours, depending on what sort of riding you're doing. I was talking to Robbie McEwen the other day. I went riding with Lance Armstrong and Robbie McEwen, and I asked Lance and Robbie, how do you know you drink enough water? And Robbie said, if you can drink it, you're good. Do it. If you can drink it, drink it. And Lance is like, yeah, you know. Clear urine is what we want as well. Clear. So you should be having a piss and it should be looking like that. Can you see that? Basically, if it's yellow or straw, you need to drink more. So hydration is number one. I should ask Durianrider what's the most important thing in the Tour de France. He says hydration. Because if you get dehydrated just one day, your race is over practically. If you're in a points position or going for GC or Jersey, whatever, you're going to have you're giving it away to your competitors. So hydration, number one. Second one is carbohydrates. Second one is carbohydrates. You've got to eat at least 10 grams of carbs per kilo per day if you want to have high energy. People say, Harley, but I don't train on the bike that much. Okay, that's okay, but you might have a family, you might run a business, you might work a high stress, high mental job. You still need a lot of glycogen. Eating 10 grams of carbs per day will give you sufficient amounts. So if you weigh 70 kilograms, that's at least a kilo of pasta or rice per day, or 35 bananas. So again, which was the right banana? A lot of people eat bananas like this. This is starchy, hard to digest. You want to eat your bananas like this, nice and ripe, spotty. You know what I mean? It's maximum sugar, maximum vitamins, maximum enzymes, easy to digest, straight into your legs. Straight into your legs. This one takes a lot longer to digest. You don't want that. You want high energy, straight in, boom, thanks for coming. You don't want to be like, bonking in a race, running out of glycogen because the food you're eating is taking you 12 or 24 hours or 36 hours to turn from carbohydrate into glycogen. You want to eat things like fruit, the most perfect food for humans, athletic or not. Fruit, it's just like straight into your cells, nourishment. Fruit has more nutrition per calorie than any other food on the planet. So it's magic bananas, the original power bar. And when you finish with the banana, you throw the skin in nature. Don't panic, it's organic. Third biggest one would be sleep. Cadell Evans actually taught me this one. And I said, Cadell, what's the most important thing? He says recovery. I said, well, how do you recover good? He goes, you've got to get enough sleep, at least 10 to 12 hours per night. And I was talking with a nutritionist, actually Doug Graham. I was talking with Doug Graham. He says the Kenyan marathon team gets up to 20 hours a day horizontal, 20 hours a day, and then they train for 2 or 3 hours, and an hour doing whatever. 20 hours horizontal. So no wonder they're the unstoppables. Sleep. So what we've got now, we've got water, carbohydrates, and sleep. When you're on a bike ride, you never run out of fat. You never run out of protein. What's the first thing you run out of? Water. You get dehydrated. Second one is you start to bonk. You run out of glycogen. Crazy bling bike, if you're the super fit dude, whatever, if you run out of water, carbohydrates, game over. Your legs are going to go zub, and your emotions going to drop, and the hill just gets steeper, you know what I mean? It's like the road just gets lifted up when you run out of glycogen. So next biggest tip would be getting a nice bike. You don't need the blingiest crazy bike. What you need is a bike that fits you, has the right seat height. So shop around. Don't shop for the best deal. Shop for the best fit. A lot of bike shops they fit people to the bike. It should be where we fit the bike to the person. You know what I mean? So don't buy a bike because it's super cheap but it's the wrong size for you. Shop around in your town, or if you have to, get on a plane or travel to find somewhere where they can fit you correctly. So I'll tell you now, bike fit is so important. It's so important. I can't stress enough. Clipless pedals. This is the next tip. Get a set of these. If you want to ride the hills or the headwinds, clip in. It gives you such more power. With a tennis shoe, it's flopping and flipping. With a cycling shoe, it's nice and stiff. You can put the power on the pedal. It makes such a difference. So we've covered sleep, water, sugar, bike fit, clipless pedals. The next one would be probably get some cycling clothing. This isn't essential, but if if you want aerodynamics, if you want to cut through the wind a lot, this is why we wear what's called lycra, you know what I mean? And it's a lot more aerodynamic, it's better than wearing a big black parachute. I cycled, across Australia, cycled around the world, and it makes such difference if you're not wearing a parachute. It makes the day more enjoyable instead of blowing into the wind. So you don't have to wear these, but they're very, very helpful. And they've got pockets in the back, you can carry your bananas in there, or your house keys, or your spare change, whatever. Another tip is having correct tyre pressure. A lot of people don't put enough pressure in the tyres. How do you know you've got enough pressure? It'll say on the side of the tyre, inflate to such and such PSI, which means pounds per square inch. So always have correct pressure. Another thing is have your chain always oiled. I use a thing called green oil, which is like a biodegradable vegetable oil, and it works great on the, on all the top bikes. Good stuff. It's better than a lot of other stuff I've used. So you get an old rag and clean your chain every few days. Just spin it backwards, get all the gunk off, and then give it a thin bit of oil, so it's not squeaking or standing dry. Another tip, which is very important for bike comfort, is making sure you get off the saddle frequently. You see a lot of new cyclists, they sit down, they never stand up. And then they say, oh, my banana's gone numb, or, my groin is just on fire, because they're always sitting down. It's like, right now, I'm sitting on the ground, and if I move up for a few seconds, I can feel blood flow going to my butt cheeks, and if I sit back down, there's comfort. So when we sleep, we're subconsciously turning over all night. So when you're on the bike, get out and saddle every few minutes, just for a few seconds, keep the blood flowing. Alternate positions, relax your shoulders, maybe right on your handlebars, relax, just to help yourself drop your shoulders. Because a lot of people, they sort of hunch their shoulders up, and that's going to restrict breathing, so you want to have nice, relaxed shoulders and bent elbows. You don't want to be like out here like that. So be conscious when you ride past shop windows, check your form, check yourself out. You know what I mean? Be a poser like me. But it's important. It's little things that make such a difference. Watch the Tour de France. Watch the posture of the rider of the bike. Another thing is breathing. Breathe from your stomach. You want to be not breathing through your chest like a little pigeon. You want to be breathing through your stomach, like blowing a big ball. Again, watch it on the Tour de France where it's a hot stage. You've got the jersey zipped right open, and you can see your stomach going in and out, in and out. Check out this clip with Robbie McEwen. So if you look carefully, you can see Robbie McEwen's breathing from his stomach, and we're riding up Mount Lofty with Lance. So you can see, just keep focusing on his stomach, watch the ball he's breathing. Where's Greenie? I think he's in the back car. He needs some plant strong. Is he going to fight half that out or what?
Bit of a commute back to the kids' school, but...
Yeah. A lot of people don't realise how good it is here, training, Yeah. Then once you get out there amongst it, it's pretty good.
Definitely rolls.
Yeah.
I gave Lance my car, but he never called me back. I mean, did I do something wrong? Like, I don't know, did I cross the wheel or something? Why didn't he call me back?
And the final tip is drink before you're thirsty, eat before you're hungry. Because if you've waited till you're thirsty, you've waited till you're hungry, you've waited too long.